Hey, Jane, get me off this crazy thing called love.
Can't you hear the children? Can't you hear them? Can't you hear them scream? It echoes through the halls of schools that were replaced by crime scenes. Can't you see the children? Can't you see them? Can't you see them bleed? Can't you see their parents seeing them in each and every dream? When the news vans have left and they're left with quiet streets and private...
I think I can do this too. Sure, you hear the children screaming. Sure, you see the children bleed. It's the sight and sound of gun-free grief and zones of victims you've decreed. I hear you cry over 33,000, but nothing over millions saved. Those lives defended won't grab your attention while you're worshiping some graves. Where will we be in 20 years? How about 20 ago? We got less shot and killed than in 93, if that's something you wanted to know. And speaking of knowledge, you rant and you whine over how badly you think we're misled. But long disproved talking points you parrot fine from the hoplophobe playbook you're fed. Don't want a gun? Don't get a gun. That freedom is yours. Do or not is yours to obtate. But remember, defense is a God-given right, which you can't for others dictate. Saving lives is a goal we both share, though our methods give our sides different stances. When evil seeks lives, I have gun, you have none. Who do you really think has better chances? Wrong side indeed. In the mid-1990s, Gary Kleck and Mark Gertz did some research indicating that guns were used a lot more defensively than they were used in violent crime. And this happened a few years after violent crime involving guns had reached its peak in this country. Ever since, that bit of research, which is probably the best known bit of research both on the pro-gun and the anti-gun side, has been disdained, disparaged, but never really disproven, especially by those who believe that a natural right has no value. Thing of it is, the CDC was doing some survey work about the same time on the same subject, and its data largely indicated much the same thing that Kleck and Gertz had found. Although its smaller samples only supported about 1.1 million defensive gun uses per year, but that is still head and shoulders above all gun-related violent crime, all gun-related suicides, and all gun-related accidents combined. The question is, why did the CDC keep this information hidden for about 25 years? You would think, given the fire that they were under at that time, and the jeopardy their reputation and their funding was in at the time, that they would have jumped at the opportunity to demonstrate how the data that they gather was useful both for gun rights as well as gun control. But they didn't, and it makes Congress look justified in calling them out for gun control advocacy. So it seems that all this time, gun rights advocates have been on the right side of history, if there is such a thing, and gun control has been on the wrong side. Indeed.